Flower man, when are you gonna grow?
And welcome back. Hey guys, we're at our Channel 3 garden. Of course, it's an all-organic garden, and we're pruning our roses today. Let's take a look at some of our climbing roses right here. This is a Don Juan, one of my favorite roses. Nice red rose. Going in the dormancy right now, when you're having these types of roses, or you have these type of roses growing around your home, prune out those canes that are 5 years older or older. Now, all those have been pruned out at this point in time. So what we're doing is just kind of going through here, prune out any cross branching, any type of dead growth, and some other things you need to keep in mind is any growth growing below the actual graft line of the plant itself. This is the graft. You can see this right here. This is an eastward facing graft. That's east right there, folks. And what we're doing is we're pruning out any growth. And this growth is going to look like, well, the smaller type of leaf material. This is very important, folks, that you get it out from below there. You notice all the leaves are actually stripped off the canes themselves. You're looking at a tea rose right here, and what we're looking for is we're looking for an outward facing bud eye. Bobby, come on in here. You can take a look at that 45-degree angle. We're just finishing up this pruning right now on these, and this 45-degree angle allows the moisture to flow off the cane itself, and it allows new growth to come out from the rose. So we're looking at basically an upward, upside down, or a vase type formation. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and seal off that end with a little bit of Elmer's glue. Lipstick works out perfect too. This will prevent any type of, well, those cane borers that like to invade down in the actual plants themselves. Now, if you got bush type roses, just a general pruning is the ideal situation, just kind of heading it back. And your tree roses, well, heading those guys back. Now you'll notice we left the larger canes on, so keep in mind when you're pruning those tea roses, you want to leave about 4 to 5 canes. It really doesn't matter on the rest of them, but take a look at your roses right now. Right now is the time to plant them, and when we get back, we're going to show you how to plant those grapevines. We'll be back right after this.
Flower man, flower man, when are you gonna grow?
Well, April, we're getting a few sprinkles out here right now. In fact, the clouds are looking a little cloudy. Makes it a perfect day for doing a little bit of pruning. We've already pruned up some of our rose bushes. You can see some of the debris we've got right here left over from the rose. Working up the soil around the rose itself, and working in, of course, a little bit of bone meal, some Epsom salts, and, of course, a little bit of rose blend. It's the ideal situation for getting that invigorated rose going, especially during the springtime. The other thing we're doing, we're pruning a lot of our different types of deciduous. I said deciduous fruit trees. We don't prune our citrus trees, but we prune our apples, our pears, our peaches, our plums in this case, and we prune them to that vase type situation. Open center concept, lots of growth on top, and it protects the trunk of the tree from any type of sunburn damage. Speaking of sunburn damage, you want to use a little bit of what we call white latex paint on that trunk of the tree. We just put it on there. This is going to prevent that sunburn damage that we so often see, especially during the wintertime. So get out there, a little bit of white latex paint goes a long ways. Last but not least, we're pruning a lot of our different types of grapes. We're looking at Thompson seedless grape. They take to about any type of pruning, but they have to be pruned to maximize their basically production during the spring and summer. So this Thompson seedless is one that you can grow out here in the desert Southwest very easily. We're going to show you how to grow it in the next couple of weeks. But first off, we're using each one of these canes, and you can see these canes, and there's 4 of them if you look closely on this particular type of situation.